For the past half century, the Black Panther Party has been depicted as a fringe separatist, even terrorist. Their ideas and community activism have been glossed over.
Yeah, countering police brutality was also at the core of the Black Panthers' mission. In our continuing series, Create Equal, Pick 7's Anna Harry shows us the impact the Black Panther movement has on today's fight for social justice.
FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover once called them the greatest internal threat to national security.
Neutralize him by any means necessary.
50 years later, the Black Panther Party is back in the spotlight with the new film, Judas and the Black Messiah. Daniel Kaluuya portrays Chicago Panther leader Fred Hampton.
Reading the script and hearing his words stirred me. They moved me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was almost like a call to action.
Hampton was betrayed by a fellow Black Panther member who was also an FBI informant and later shot to death during a Chicago police raid.
And you can murder a freedom fighter, but you can't murder freedom.
It was 1966 in Oakland, California. Young activists started a new political organization, the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, after being disillusioned by the civil rights movement.
When Dr. King got assassinated, those of us that were talking about nonviolence got really angry.
The following year, Black Panthers grabbed the nation's attention after walking into the California state legislature fully armed.
And I thought, they're crazy. They've got guns, they got leather coats.
Inspired by their boldness and hungry for social change, Jamal Joseph, at just 15 years old, stepped into the Black Panther office in Harlem.
I jump up and I said, "Arm me, brother." And he calls me up to the front. Everybody gets quiet. And he reaches down. He's sitting at a desk and he hands me, I thought it was going to be a big gun. It was a stack of books.
Misconceptions about the Black Panthers have persisted since the 1960s. Their work in the community on a grassroots level is often overlooked. In fact, they created a 10-point program for community empowerment.
Afeni Shakur, Tupac's mom, who was my mentor in the Black Panther Party. My big sister was a brilliant organizer around housing and also around healthcare.
Their calls for Black power resonated in cities across the country. New chapters opened rapidly: Los Angeles, New Orleans, New Haven, Jersey City, and Harlem.
Strong, very strong chapter in New York City.
Every morning, Harlem Panthers served free breakfast to children before school.
Nationally, people estimate that the Black Panther Party was feeding 50,000 kids a morning at the height of the breakfast program.
They also actively pushed back against police brutality.
Our community patrols of the police, we weren't armed, but we were out there with cameras and notepads, taking badges, intervening in police brutality.
As their grassroots organizing intensified, so did their displays of Black militancy, often referring to police officers as pigs.
I recognize that these pigs don't want me out here rapping to the people because they know I got to tell the truth to the people.
By 1969, the Panthers became a major target of the FBI's counterintelligence program. This memo outlines COINTELPRO's mission: expose, disrupt, discredit Black extremist organizations. Tensions were high between the Panthers and law enforcement after several deadly shootouts.
It seems to indicate that there is a tremendous vendetta being waged by the police forces in our country against the Black Panthers.
Right here in New York City,
on April 2nd, 1969, I was rearrested along with 21 other members of the Black Panther Party.
That number 21 represented what the district attorney and the police thought was the leadership of New York.
21 New York Black Panthers, including Jamal Joseph and Afeni Shakur, were rounded up by the NYPD, accused of planning coordinated attacks across the city. Joseph learned some of the people he trusted as mentors within the Black Panthers
were actually undercover cops.
The Panther 21 maintained their innocence. Afeni Shakur was pregnant with her son, Tupac.
I haven't done anything. Committed any crimes against the people. And if the people want to put me on trial, I say right on to them.
At the time, the Panther 21 trials were the longest and most expensive prosecutions in New York State history. Unable to raise his $100,000 bail, Jamal Joseph spent a year on Rikers Island. Protesters showed their support outside the Lower Manhattan courthouse. By 1971, the Panther 21 members were acquitted of all 156 charges filed against them. The experience instilled Jamal Joseph with a lifetime commitment to social justice. Today, Jamal Joseph is a filmmaker and a Columbia University professor. He believes the struggle for racial equality the Black Panthers contributed to still continues.
And back to Judas and the Black Messiah. The film revived awareness around Fred Hampton and his legacy. After the film's release, Hampton's family was finally able to raise enough money to save his childhood home in Chicago from foreclosure. That home will now become a community center. Tamsin and Corey.
I'll tell you, this is absolutely captivating to watch that history unfolding. Thank you so much for that, Ayanna.
Anna, thank you. Well, to watch all of our Created Equal stories, visit our website, pix11.com/createdequal.